It's South Africa versus Scotland in round 2 of the Nations Championship. Now, this is one of those big games for the weekend. I think for me, honestly, the Australia versus France game and then the South Africa-Scotland game, then maybe the Wales-Argentina game, but those are the big games to watch this weekend. It's going to be an awesome game. A much-changed Springbok team by Rassie Erasmus, a full strength and an absolutely full strength Scotland team for Scotland. It's going to be awesome. There's a few South Africans playing back in South Africa for Scotland for the first time against the Springboks. A lot of guys for the Springboks as well, given some good opportunities for a really good test match here to kind of play themselves into the 23 and into the future World Cup plans as well. Before we do get into it, if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I really do appreciate all the support. And of course, a few weeks ago I did ask, who was the number 10 against Wales in 2008 in Cardiff? It's actually Ruan Pienaar's jersey. So if you guys did comment on that, it is Ruan Pienaar's jersey. So thank you for that. We've just hit 3,000 subscribers this week. We're trying to go over 10,000 now. So if you do enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button and stick around. But the last 3 times these teams have played against each other, South Africa's won all 3 of those games. An average score of 25 points to the Springboks, 13 points to Scotland. And most of those games, I think actually, all of those games have been in Scotland. So it's been a very long time since Scotland's played in South Africa. I'm trying to think when it was when they played. I think it was 2014 or around there, or 2013. Down the line there somewhere back in my memory I can remember. I think that's where Siya Kolisi actually made his debut for the Springboks as well. So it's been a very long time since Scotland's played in South Africa. But that being said, this Scotland team is not the same Scotland team from them. They are a much better team right now, and they've just actually gotten a good away win from home against Argentina. And the one thing we were saying is the Scotland team needs to start playing as good away from home as they do at Murrayfield. So a really good win for them there. But the last 5 games for Scotland, they've won 4 of their last 5, beating England, a very good win, beating Wales, a very narrow win there, beating France, a phenomenal win, losing to Ireland, but also beating Argentina away from home, a really good win for them there. And then for the Springboks, they've won 5 of their last 5, beating Italy, beating Ireland, smashing Wales, beating the Barbarians, and beating England as well. So some really good performances there from both those teams. But now, let's go through both teams selected now. We'll start off with the Springboks. Number 1, Bohan Venter. Number 2, Johan Grobelaar. Number 3, Wilco Louw. Number 4, Cobus Visser. Number 5, Ruan Nortje. Number 6, Paul de Villiers, had a phenomenal game last week. Number 7, and captain, Pieter-Steph du Toit, one of the best Springbok players of all time. Number 8, Evan Roos. Number 9, Ambrose Papier. Number 10, Andre Pollard. Number 11, Kanan Moody. Number 12, Damian Willemse. We'll talk a little bit about that just now. I really do like him in the number 12 jersey. Number 13, the ever so experienced Jesse Kriel. Number 14, the in-form Edouard van der Merwe. And number 15, safe under the high ball, Apelele Fassi. Looking at the bench, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, Ntutoko Mchunu, and Zachary Porton. What a backup front row there. Ben Jason Dixon, number 19. Vincent Chuchuka, number 20. Ulrich Lowe, number 21. Grant Williams, number 22. And Kewan Horn, number 23. So a much changed Springbok team. And I actually got a lot of hate online for this, saying this is not the Springbok strongest team, because it's not. This is filled with a lot of players that have a lot of potential to become full-time Springbok players. I mean, from this team right now, the players that are usual Springbok players in the 23 currently right now as the Springboks are Wilco Louw, Ruan Nortje, Pieter-Steph du Toit. Andre Pollard's not the current starting 10. Sasha Ngomazulu is, and Mani Lebok, so not those guys. Damian Willemse, Jesse Kriel. All those other guys there aren't usual starters or in the normal 23 for the Springboks. On the bench as well, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, maybe I'll add him in there. Ben Jason Dixon, no. Ulrich Lowe, maybe, but Grant Williams. So 7 guys that normally 100% do play in the full strength 23 for the Springboks there. So a lot of other guys still have to prove a point. Bohan Venter played very well last year when Ox was out. Johan Grobelaar, him versus Jan-Hendrik Wessels to see kind of who is the backup hooker here for Malcolm Marx. Right now it's looking like Jan-Hendrik Wessels, because he's got that utility kind of under his name there. He can play lock as well. He can play prop as well. Being able to be a utility is extremely valuable in a Rassie Erasmus team. So a lot of players here with a big point to prove. But the players I'm the most excited to see, it's got to be Wilco Louw back in the number 3 jersey. It's got to be Paul de Villiers at number 6 with Evan Roos at number 8. That loose trio of Paul de Villiers, Pieter-Steph du Toit, and Evan Roos, that's just work rate, physicality and size right there. Of course, Paul de Villiers is still a big guy for such a short guy, but Pieter-Steph du Toit and Evan Roos coming around the corner, that's going to be very fun to watch. And I've said it before, Evan Roos and Paul de Villiers and also Cameron Hanekom, those guys being in the Springbok environment, learning from a Siya Khaleesi, a Marco van Staden, a Peter Steph du Toit, from all these guys, learning from a Jasper Wisse as well, being able to learn from these guys over the next few months, it's going to be absolutely valuable for them, and they're going to become better players from it. I mean, Evan Roos has probably been watching Jasper Wisse now for the last few weeks, and I think we can expect a very good Evan Roos performance. And then in the back line, Embrose Papit, he's been the informed man from the South African teams in the URC. Of course, Andre Esterhuizen as well. Then, I mean, other guys in the backline I'm excited to see. Kane and Moody's been good for the Bulls. Damian Willemse, every time this guy puts on the Springbok jersey, he takes it to a different level. The last time he played number 12 for the Springboks, he was man of the match in the biggest ever win against the All Blacks in Wellington, or biggest win ever against the All Blacks. So that just shows what he can do in the number 12 jersey. Number 14, Edward van der Merwe, he's a try-scoring machine in the Springbok jersey, and I think he's trying to go for Curtly Orange's place. There's a lot of competition there right now. And of course, Apelele Fassi, one of those guys. He's been part of Springbok teams that's beaten some big teams before. He'll know what he's doing at the back. But then that bench front row for me is one of the standouts. Hendrik Wessels, Mchunu, and Zachary Porton. Those three guys are incredible players with so much potential for the future. Hendrik Wessels is so good with ball in hands. He's explosive. He's fast. Ntuthuko Mchunu, one of the most athletic props in the world. And Zachary Porton running over grown men last week against England, so that's going to be even more fun. Then of course, Ben Jason Dixon, Vincent Chichuka, and Ulrich Lowe, probably all three of those guys playing for the same spot in the Springbok team for the full strength team going forward for the greatest rivalry series. I mean, Ben Jason Dixon came out of nowhere last week and had an absolute blinder against England. Vincent Chichuka has been really good for the Sharks this year, especially at line-out time, and it has to be said, I think Ulrich Lowe has to pick up his game because he's still a very good player, but maybe not where he was a year or two ago with the Springboks. So some really exciting guys there. And of course, bringing on a guy with experience like Grant Williams who can play on the wing as well. I think if Embrose Papit is having a really good game, play Grant Williams on the wing, or maybe don't even bring him on at all, because I think Embrose Papit, getting him some good game time will be valuable, and if he has a good game, he might just be playing against Wales next week as well, so that's going to be very exciting. And of course, Kewan Horn can play 10, probably can play in the centres if you really need him to, but also can play on the wing, and of course, Kane and Moody can move to the centre as well, and Damian Willemse to the fullback. There's so many utility players in this team. But looking at the Scotland team now, they've gone for a very strong team selected here. Let's just see where the team list is here. There we go. Number 1, Piers Skuman. Number 2, Ewan Ashman. Number 3, Xander Ferguson. Number 4, Gregor Brown. Number 5, Scott Cummings. Number 6, Matt Ferguson. Number 7, Rory Dodge. Number 8, Jack Dempsey. Number 9, Ben White. Number 10, Finn Russell makes a comeback. Number 11, Jamie Dobie. Number 12, and captain Sione Tuipulotu. Number 13, the informed Rory Hutchinson. Number 14, Kyle Steyn, back at home for once. Number 15, Kyle Rowe. And on the bench, Gregor Hiddleston, Rory Sutherland, Will Hurd, Alex Samuel, Josh Bayliss, Magnus Bradbury, Tom Jordan, and Stafford McDowell. A proper team from Scotland there. An absolutely proper team. And I think the one thing that stands out to me there, Finn Russell's back. Finn Russell, the magician for Scotland's back. The last time he played in South Africa, he pulled the strings very well for the British and Irish Lions. So, really excited for this game. This is 100% going to be a closer game than the England game last week. A much changed Springbok team versus, I think, a much stronger team than England as well. A very good win away from home. That's what Scotland needed. Now they're full of confidence. They think they can take the world champs on. They've seen the world champs have changed their team for some reason, not playing the exact strongest team. Still some very good players there. I think Scotland thinks they've got a good chance, and for me personally, I think this is going to be a very close game. So it's going to be a very awesome game with some really top-notch players. But the players I'm excited to see from Scotland, I mean, Piers Skuman is going to be awesome this week, but can that front row hold up with Volkulo, Bowen Fenter, and Johan Grobelaar, all good scrummages there. The lock battle as well, some really good players there. Gregor Brown and Scott Cummings, all workhorses on the field there. Matt Ferguson, Rory Dodge, and Jack Dempsey versus Paul de Villiers, Peter Steph du Toit, and Evan Roos. That's going to be a big battle up front. Probably 50-50 right now. That Scotland Lucio is really experienced right now. Rory Dodge is in the form of his life. And then Ben White and Finn Russell versus Embrose Papit and Handré Pollard to see which guys can kind of pull the strings well for their team, which guys can get their team over the advantage line, and which team can kind of delegate their team to a very good win. And of course, Sione Tuipulotu and Rory Hutchinson versus a Damian Willemse and a Jesse Kriel. That's going to be a really good centre battle. And then you've got Jamie Dobie, Kyle Steyn, and Kyle Rowe versus Edward van der Merwe, Kane and Moody, and of course, Apelele Fassi at the back. That's going to be a really good battle as well. I think for Scotland, if they can hang in there with this kind of set piece battle at scrum time, hang in there with the Springbok forwards, then they've got a chance to win this game. I think the backlines are very close right now. And I mean, I know there might be a lot of Springbok fans here that really will defend the Springboks till the end. But this is a very good Scotland team, and that's coming from a Springbok fan. And I'm trying to see this from an unbiased kind of perspective. This Scotland team's got a good chance. They've got a very good backline. They've got a very solid and experience and a lot of cohesion in their forward pack. Their bench is looking really strong. Josh Bayliss is one of the fastest forwards in the world. Greg Hiddleston in the form of his life. Rory Sutherland with a lot of experience as well. British and Irish Lion. Magnus Bradbury's been good this year. Tom Jordan pulled the strings last week against Argentina. Stafford McDowell, a very solid centre as well. This is going to be a really close game. I really do believe that. But before I actually give my prediction, I'll say which three players I'm the most excited to see. One from the forward pack, one from the backline, and one from the bench. I'll start with Scotland. In the forward pack, I'm the most excited to see Rory Dodge. I'll say it again. This guy, when he tackles you, he hurts you. When he runs over you, he runs through you. Then on the backline, for me, it's got to be Finn Russell this weekend. I was going to say Sione Tuipulotu, but it's got to be Finn Russell. Back from injury. Can he pull the strings? Can the Messi of rugby do something that no Scotland team's done before? Get a massive win in South Africa? Guess we'll have to find out. And then on the bench, for me, it's got to be Josh Bayliss. This guy is a special player from the bench, a really good forward. Not spoken about enough, but when this guy gets a break, you can't chase him down. He's that fast. So for the Springboks as well, for their team, from the forward pack, for me, the player that I want to see this week, the one I'm the most excited to see, it's got to be Evan Roos. A big game for him. He's a lot of people have been against him from the Springbok fans. Me personally, I like him as a player. A big game for him to be the number 2 option going forward. And maybe after the 2027 World Cup, becoming the number 1 8th man option. So excited to see him. In the backline for me, it's got to be Embrose Papita at number 9. Can he kind of carry on with that form from the Bulls now for the Springboks? If he can, it would be huge for him. Then in the bench for me, I'm going with Ntuthokhwe Mchunu. This guy's special. This guy's so explosive. This guy can change the game for the Springboks. But I really do believe the bench from the Springboks probably is stronger than the Scotland bench. But the starting lineups, I think, are very close. It's going to be very interesting. But my prediction for this game is I'm going with the Springboks to win by a very close margin. I think they will get it done. I just think these players, when they put on the green and gold jersey at home, it becomes a bit of a different beast. Loftus is going to be packed out. But I fully expect this game to go to the 80th minute. So let me know your predictions down below. I've got the Springboks winning, but I think it's going to be a very close game, but a really good test match battle. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Let me know your predictions. Let me know which players you're the most excited to see. I'll see you right after the game for the match reaction and the player ratings as well. See you in the next one. Cheers.